Hey guys, welcome to RJM Strata. I am Rob Miller, and today we are going to talk about, we're going to pick up where we left off and go over the keyword research that we did in the last video. In this video, I'm going to go over the outsourcing of content with you. I'm going to show you what sites I use. I'll give you my opinion on each one of them. I'm going to try to keep this under an hour. It'll take a little bit to get this video complete because I do have a lot of information and valuable information for you in this video. So back to the outsourcing of content. Basically, I'm going to go over some things. If I do have time, I'll even order an article. I'm not going to order a full-fledged article, but I'm going to give you, show you what I use as far as what to give the writer, how I word things to them, and how I want, just things that will help you. Like if you do go this route and you need to order it, content, you'll see how I actually instruct the writer. There are some things you want to do, you just don't want to give them the keywords, but we'll get into that and we'll walk through it as well. First thing, let's go jump over here and look at the keywords that we had from last time. And just ignore that. I have when you see this red here, I have a plugin. It's called it's a editing it's a plugin for fixing functionality. It's for punctuality, punctuations. I mean, grammar. It's just as you're typing, if something, it's just saying this word needs capitalized. It's because it thinks it's the beginning of the sentence. Not like that matters, but if you see that, it's not spelled wrong. I just wanted to throw that out there. So anyway, back to this. Okay, these are the sites I'm going to go over. It's going to be HireWriters, iWriter, Textbroker, Godot.media.com, EpicWriter, and then two other places that you also can get content. There are a ton of them out there. It all depends on what type of budget you have. You can use sites like Upwork. There's all kinds of freelance sites out there to use for getting writers. I like, it just depends on what you want to spend as far as your budget. So I like to stay like in a happy medium range. I mean, I've spent anywhere from like over $100, for example, for an article. Okay. Now, with that being said, sometimes in this, when you're doing this with outsourcing content, you get what you pay for as far as quality. But I'm not, like I said, this is just to kind of, I'm not going to get into that because most people, if they look at an article, they're not going to see any kind of value in it. The better the article is, especially if you're trying to get it like SEO optimized for your website, and the writer knows what he's doing and he knows how much key density. I'd like to keep the key density around 1% when I'm writing an article. And I think most of you know what that means. Basically what that means is if I write a 500 word article, the keyword I like to keep in that, I like to keep it around I like to have the keyword in there probably 3 to 5 times, and that's about it. And that's kind of how I go with it. 1% to 2%, and you'll be okay. So just kind of keep that in mind. But anyway, back to this. Like I said, I'm going to try and keep this short, but you guys know me. This is also going to be in the group for everybody to review. It's going to be in the files section, and I'm sorry about my lighting today. One of my lights is acting up, and it's a cloudy day out. So I do have the window open. I have one light on, and I apologize for that right now if there's a few shadows that are casting. So anyway, let's get on with it, okay? Oh yeah, before I forget, Google Keep. This is a great tool. If you haven't tried it, check it out. It's basically a online notepad. You can change the color. You can create labels. It's just a notepad, but it's very neat because you can log in using your Gmail, and you can basically, I mean, look, it even highlights the links down here with images, and I mean, it's very, very nice. You can pin them, do whatever you want to do with them. You can save them in a folder or just leave them right here. You can download them, do whatever you want. I think it's a very, very handy tool. I never knew about it until about 3 months ago. It's called, actually it's at keep.google.com. So check it out if you like little things like this, but I really do. Sometimes I just like to have it open in a tab instead of, using Notepad or whatever, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, so first one, HireWriters.com. Now, I like this site a lot. I use it a lot, and what I use, the first two I'm going to talk about, I use probably the most, okay? And the reason why is I do a lot of, I have several Web 0.20 properties, and I use those Web 0.20 properties for my videos on another channel that I do, on an anxiety channel that I have, for example. And what I do is when I'm backlinking, I'll get some fresh written content, nothing crazy, 500 to 700 words in that range, and I'll have it written on a keyword that's kind of based on the video. Then what I do is, and this is all white hat, and then what I do is I post that article to the Web 0.20 property, and I embed my video. And that just gives my video a nice strong backlink, especially if your channel is new and you're trying to grow your channel, And the Web 0.20 properties that I'm talking about, they're also, some people call them PBNs. I mean, they're kind of the same thing. I use 3 of them. I use Blogger, .com. They're all free. I use sites.google.com. That's a good one. Of course, Google owns that, and Google owns Blogger. So there's 2 main reasons you want to use those 2. And I also use WordPress.com, not WordPress.org, not the real WordPress, but it is the real WordPress, but it's the free platform of WordPress. It's just WordPress.com. You can go there, create an account, and it's different from a normal WordPress kind of site. I know it sounds confusing, but it's not. There's other sites out there too, like Tumblr. There's a few of them, but the 3 main ones I use are the ones I just said: sites.google, Blogger, and WordPress.com. I think they hold the most weight when it comes to doing Web 0.20 properties and things like that. So, like I said, just keep that in mind. Okay, HireWriters.com. Now, like I was saying, you can really get some decent. Now, a lot of people might argue this, and you got to take this with a grain of salt. Like right here, you can get a 700 to 1,000 word article for $5. Okay. Some of these writers, here's what happens, and I'm going to explain this when I log into my account, because I'm going to go through the motions of ordering content from here, and I'll show you some of the articles that I've had written. And let's just log in. I know I'm going to go way over half hour on this video. Oh my. So, okay, so you can see right here, I'm logged into my dashboard here. Jobs completed 25. My acceptance rate, which means 100%, which means that I accept basically every article I get. Now, right up here, my balance right now is $8.55. Very easy. Create a free account. You can use anything you want to fund it. Let me just show you what that looks like. I think it's credit card, PayPal, AirPay, there, Bitcoin. I mean, you can do Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. You can use anything, credit card. I generally just use PayPal. And you log in, and you can do $10, whatever you want. Very simple to do. I'm not going to get into that. I like HireWriter. And the main reason I really like it is because you can set your time limit on when you want your content to be delivered. They will deliver it as quick as 12 hours. So I'll get into that and show you kind of how that works, okay? But first, let me just show you some jobs that were completed. And you can see them all right here. They're all on anxiety, of course, like I was telling you. I use these articles for my Web 0.20 properties. So, if I open this up, let's just view it. I'm not going to download them because these articles are already live, and you can download them. You can get them. You can actually spin them inside of here, and everything else. And I mean, like I said, these articles, it depends on the writer. I find them to be very decent. I mean, You can read through them, and I'll show you. Let me just show you what I do when I get them, okay? So just for example, let me just view this one. I'm going to copy all of this one. So let's just copy it, if it'll, because this is just an example. I usually, you know, you can download them, like I said, into any kind of file. But what I do is I use, like I said, I use a plugin called HireWriter, and this just, I mean, because sometimes I'm not the best speller. I don't claim to be. I make mistakes, and this plugin right here is like my lifesaver. So let's just format this a little bit. That's a subheadline, obviously. There's a subheadline here, and let's go down here. That's very important. I always tell them to use subheadlines, just like you see right here. Okay, and get some sun. That is a subheadline too. Let's go down here, and exercise. I know that one is as well. Okay, and there's the conclusion. Okay, now this is what I do. This is kind of my standard way. These are all indented, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fix these now. This is the first thing I do when I check their grammar. So, and that's what I utilize this plugin for, HireWriter. There are like Grammarly plugin. There's a plugin called Grammarly. This one I like better. It's just, like I said, it's your personal preference. It is a paid service. I think it's like $70 a year. And to me, it's just well worth it. So you can check it out if you want. I think it's at gingerwriter.com, or like I said, Grammarly. It's a little bit more expensive, but I'm getting off topic, and let's get back to it. So this T contains, which, okay, see, it's just saying that they need a comma there. So it corrects it, and you have to read this like using this. If a person does not like T, they can, okay, they can, comma. And that's what I do. I just go through, there's another comma, go through, and as you can see, this one right here is it's written very well. Now, I'll read the thing, of course, and go through it myself and make sure it's all right. But this is how I do it. I throw it in here, then I read it and check it out, and I just go through. This is kind of my process after I get one done. And like I said, this guy right here, here's the author. Let me see what his ranking is. You can go and look at his page. You can save them. You can request them if you really like them. That article cost me $4.82, and it was 700 words. This guy right here, you can see he's actually an expert, okay? And then that's my next point. Okay, so let's just go over to the main page here, because I'm getting way in over my limit here. I haven't even got through the first site. So let's go to the main page, and we're gonna just do we're gonna order content, and I'm gonna just, that's another thing, you can get articles rewritten in here, so that's very handy. In other words, if you see an article that you like and you want to rewrite it and make it unique, you can use this service right here. They will rewrite the article 100% unique, and it will pass Copyscape, which I have an account for as well. Very inexpensive. If you are outsourcing content of any kind, I suggest you go over to copyscape.com, create an account. Very inexpensive to do. Just simple. It's just you create an account, and whatever content you get. Most of these providers have it passes their Copyscape, robot, but I always double check. It costs pennies basically when you go to check it, but like I said, I think they even give you a free trial, so just check it out if you want. But I use Copyscape all the time, so especially if I'm getting something rewritten. So back to that, they do Facebook fan page post, order, data entry, transcriptions, poetry, ebooks, everything. Okay, very, very reasonable price. So let's just order an article. Okay, and every site is broken up kind of different. I just liked this one. Let's just do this. We're going to go through the motion of actually just usually what I do is I'll put sometimes I give them a title, and sometimes I let them use their own creativity. So here's the keyword that we're going for, and this is generally what I'll do. I'll come over here, and what was the seed keyword? The seed keyword was anxiety treatment. So I'll take the seed keyword and just do anxiety treatment. Okay, I'll put in, let me put in this before. There is the keyword that I actually want in the article. Okay, so right here, add category, real simple. You can just pick the category. Sometimes you might not see your category in here. With anxiety, it's pretty simple. It's medical. So here's the article length. Like I said, I usually do 500 for the PBNs. If I'm doing something to my main blog, I will jump it up to at least 1,000. And we're not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go through with this order. That's going to be another video. Probably on this video, I'm probably just going to have time to go through all these sites with you. Because eventually, like I said before, what I want to do is order the content and actually post it to my blog showing you how to use the page editor that I like to use, Thrive Architect. So anyway, so let's just say we want it for a PBN and we want it 500 to 700 words. Here's your waiter. You know, right now, let's see down here. It's not even telling me a price. But let's just do this. Oh, I have to do, okay. It's not giving me a price yet, and because I haven't selected what writers I want. Now, I always do 1 day. Sometimes I do 12 hours, like if I'm doing something like, just say I'm feeling lazy and I don't feel like doing a YouTube description, and I already recorded the video, I'll tell them what the video is about. I'll give them the video link. They can go and watch it, and I give them the keywords and the tags, and they will write a 300 to 500 word description. And we're talking like $3 to $4. Like I said, I don't always do that. Sometimes I do. It just depends on how lazy I'm feeling, okay? And if I do that, then I generally, if it's just a YouTube description, then I'll generally do a 12-hour turnaround. Normally, I just do a 1 day deal, okay? And right here, okay, now, depending on what you want, okay, I'm going to tell you how this works with these sites. You can, if you want an expert writer, you can see right here what this means, okay? At least 12 jobs, at least 7 jobs for skilled, general, at least 3 jobs, beginners, any writer will do. You can, now keep this in mind, you can pick beginner writers. That's generally what I'll do. But I always end up getting someone that is general to sometimes expert. You've seen that other guy was an expert. That's because here's what happens. When you go down and you place your order, okay, what'll happen is this goes like live, so any writer can pick it up. If they see it and it's in their like niche and it's in their area of excellence, and it doesn't matter if they're skilled, expert, beginner, whatever. If it will matter if you hit general. You're not going to get a beginner. You know, you understand. I mean, I'm sure everybody understands that. If I check skilled, I'm not going to get a general. I'm only going to get a skilled or expert, and that's it, okay? But it's going to cost more. That's my point. Now, I'm not being cheap. Like I said, it all depends on what you want. Basically, what I generally do for Web 2.0 properties and the content I use, I just tick beginner, okay? And then it's going to be $4.82. And look, if I tick general, it's going to be $6.90. That still is not bad, okay? You can do skilled. You can see how the price changes, $8.90. And it will also change, let's just do expert, as well just do everything, $19. So just keep that in mind, okay, as you're picking this out. Most people will just hit general. If you change the content up here, like say you want just 1,000 to 2,000 words, you're going to pay $11.90. That is not bad for a 1,000 to 2,000 word article with general skill. If you change your skill, even $15. Now, you will be surprised. Some of these articles are very good. And you can always, if you're not happy with it, just order them to rewrite it. I mean, you don't have to accept it. It just depends on, like I said, what you're after here, okay? Now, we're just going to tick that back there 1 day. And obviously, if it's, I'll bump this up maybe to 2 days if I have a higher word count, okay? If that makes any sense. I'll give more time to do better research and like things like that. Right here, you can do the article quality or quantity. You can do 1, 2. Right here is professional, okay? Friendly. I just generally keep it on professional. Or you can do review style too. That's another thing. Like if you're doing a product review, you can also do review style. So just kind of keep that in mind. Special instructions. This is very important. I have several templates over here that I use, okay? I have a basic one right here. for what I like, basically for the Web 0.20s, because to me they're not that, it's just pretty much simple and to the point. I'll just say, hello Rob here. This article is about blank. I give them the keyword right here in these brackets, okay? This one was about social anxiety treatment. Its main keyword as well. For the article, keep the sentences as short as possible for SEO purposes. Keep the paragraphs short, 3 to 5 sentences per paragraph. Use subheadlines for each paragraph to break up the article. Also note, keep the keyword density around 1%, please. I give that to them. Most of them write and they know about SEO, and they usually do a really good job at that, okay? That's pretty much just a basic template. Now, up here I use templates like, if it's a review, I'll say this is a review, product name, blank. Like this one was on gout. Here is a link to the sales page. I'll give them a link to the video sales page so they can look at the product. I'll give them a link to I give them as much information about the product as I can. Plus, I also show them my blog, where the article is going to go, so they can get a better feel of your site or your sales page, however whatever you're running your traffic to. And the same thing, keep the article short for SEO, 3 to 5 sentences per paragraph. Use subheadlines for each to break up the article. Same thing. Try not to have, sometimes I'll let them, generally, I'm going to say this, if I'm doing a review on a product, I'll generally pick a better skilled writer. And the simple fact of that matter is, just because I know that, they have a little bit more skill as far as copywriting, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. So, and you just paste that in here. And if you are interested in any of those templates and you do need them, just leave a comment below, or you guys know what to do in the group, in the Facebook group, and I will, I'll have, actually what I'll do is I'll put these on Word doc and these templates, and I'll put them in the file section, the resource section in the group. That'll give you access to them. So feel free to use them, just reword them for whatever you need. They do help, and it just saves you time. You can also save the templates in most of these, and then simply after you paste that in, you would just submit job, and you'll be surprised after you submit it. Let me fix that. I hate when that does that. I don't know why that does that. I apologize for that. But after you submit it, it doesn't take long. You can log back in and you can come over to your home tab, and you can see it'll say right here, it'll say open orders. You have like 1 here, or if you have 2, and then usually within 10 or 15 minutes, it drops down into right here, job in progress. And then they'll send you an email, very simple. They'll say your order's done, please review it, blah, blah, blah. You go in, review it, and it's that simple. HireWriters.com. I really like HireWriters. A lot of people will say their, writers stink. Like I said, you get what you pay for. I don't mind it. Check it out. I mean, it's a very good resource. I am 23 minutes in and I only got through 1 site. I might end up breaking this up into 2 different videos because I don't think I'm going to have time. So, I'm going to try to keep this video at a half hour, okay? It might go over that, but I know I'm not going to be able to get through all these sites that I wanted to show you. So, okay, man, my allergies are bothering me today. The trees are starting to bud here in the Northeast. Okay, so we're done with HireWriters. Okay, the next one, iWriter. Now, a lot of you might have heard of iWriter. I've had good and bad experiences with iWriter. They're very close to HireWriter. I'm not going to stop saying With iWriter, like I said, I've had good and bad experiences. It depends. What I don't like, let me log in. What I don't like about iWriter, let me pause this for a minute. I just need to grab a drink of water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My throat was getting a little scratchy there. What I don't like about iWriter, I'm going to get out what I don't like about it first. I don't like the fact that you can't pick the time frame. Like in HireWriter, they give you the option, 12 hours. I think there was even a shorter one, 6 hours. In iWriter, if they do, I don't think, I've never seen it, so I don't think they do. This is basically the same type of site. Some of the writers actually work on both platforms, so it just kind of keep that in mind as well. It just depends on your preference. I believe it does, but just keep that in mind, and you can try both. You can see right here, same thing. It's very easy. Create an account, add money. Same options. They do PayPal. 2130 I have in my balance. I'm sitting here. If you guys are wondering, I got this little stress ball. It's a football. I just have a habit when I'm recording videos to have it in one hand. So if you see it and you wonder what the heck what's he got in his hand, I'm not stressed out by any means, but I just wanted to show you that it's just a little tiny stress football. Actually, my daughter got me this a couple years ago. So anyway, okay. So let's get into iWriter. Okay, I'm logged in. Same thing. You can see right here, requested. I've had 14 jobs. You can go here and you can actually see them all. And same thing. They're about anxiety. Okay, and there's more than that. And the same thing. I can come in here. And I can, this is a little bit different. Let me go and do, let's just do this. Let's go to completed orders. How about that? Okay, so you can actually, what you would do is this one's social anxiety. You would tick on that box and you would click download, okay? I'm not going to do that. 500 word count, 500, 700, 700. iWriter, I believe, is about the same price. So let's just go through that process a little bit. I'll try to speed this one up. So let's go to order content. Same thing, project title. Usually it's my seed keyword. So let's just do, I already have anxiety treatment in here. Let's just get rid of the 2. Load from template. What that means is your template as far as the instructions, okay? Like I was showing you. You can load that. I just keep it in a notepad and change out the keyword. And if I want to add anything, I just do. But you can check that box and it'll save your templates. Okay. Now right here, what would you like? And you just tell them rewrite, Kindle, ebook, article. They don't give you as many choices, but it just depends on what you want. Right here, business. This is the topic. Like I said, usually. Where is I keep saying medical would be the one for anxiety. English keywords you would type in. Let's grab that right here. So this would be the main keyword that I would want in the article, and this one you want to go here and then you got to hit add. Okay, it's going to add it down here. Now you can add more than one keyword. You can add, you can have them sprinkle keywords out. Now if you do that, make sure that you put in there what your main keyword is, so they can have that for SEO reasons. They can have this in the first paragraph, and then the other keywords you would just want to put in the instructions. You would want to say sprinkle out throughout the article. Keep the density 1 to 2%. Most of these writers understand it, but you have to tell them. So don't forget that. You have to tell them. After that's done, right here is the quantity of articles. Usually it's just one article. You can remove it and, whatever, change it, or add another article. Actually, this is where you add it. Total articles 1. Word count, like I said, right now by default they set this to premium. If you do standard, their levels is standard, premium, elite, elite plus. Like I said, excuse me, sorry about that. This works the same way. If you pick standard, which is the lowest, which is basically a beginner standard writer, it's cheap. It's $3.30, okay? These articles are not bad for $3.30. So keep that in mind. They all pass Copyscape. It's unique content. And a lot of times, like I said, you'll get somebody that's either elite or premium, because what they do is they post these articles in their job section and everybody is gunning for them. So it's kind of with these, the way these writers work on these sites is obviously the more they do per day, the more money they make. So they can bang them out, and you'll get an elite writer that can write 500 words probably in 10 minutes. You know, especially if they are well versed in the topic. Okay, so keep that in mind. Like I said, sometimes I'll just do premium, and it's still only $6. But generally standard over here, I'll do that, and I'll bump the word count up to 700. So $5.50 for a 700 word article. If you wanted 1,000 words, it'd be $8.25. I don't know. Like I said, you're not. You know, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Keep that in mind. 150 words. YouTube description. You know, I like to keep them around 400. $2 and excuse me, 75 cents. I think you guys get the point here. Okay. Paste in or type in your template like what I showed you before. And right here, I don't get too detailed into this. You can check some of these boxes, like things to avoid. And what happens is if you would just tell them things to avoid. Tone of writing, you know, everyday informal. That's by default. You can tell them things to avoid, things to mention, etc. I think you guys get the point. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And you place the order, $2.75 for a 400 word article. And of course that, I think it was 500. So you really can't beat it. And like I said, the quality of articles, they'll surprise you. And you can do the same thing. If you're not happy with the article, you know, you can reject it, ask them to rewrite it. But 9 times out of 10, let me get out of there. We'll go to the next one. I'll try to do this one in 10 minutes. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be happy enough to where you can just make quick, simple edits for $3 or anything from $5 to $3. I don't think, like I said, I don't really complain about it. That's just me. Some people think they're ordering a $50 article and they get very, you know, they'll leave a review or a nasty review. You can communicate with the writers. So give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't just bash them and say, you know, they stink and all that. Like I said, they're human beings. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let me pause this real quick. My eyes are tearing up. I need another drink of water and I got to blow my nose. Wow. Excuse me. Allergies are really kicking today. So March, April. Yes, everything's starting to bloom. Okay, so the next one is Textbroker, textbroker.com. This site right here, I've used once or twice. I haven't used it too much. It is a little bit more expensive than the other two I just mentioned, but not much. They have the same kind of protocol. To be honest, I like the other two, and I like the next one that I am going to mention as well. But Textbroker is a very good site. I'm not taking anything away from it. I have used them. It's just sometimes once you find one that you like, you tend to kind of stick with it. So it's, like I said, it's not personal. I'm logged in. I think I'm logged in. Yes, let me log in. And we'll go through this. This video might actually run into an hour, so I apologize for that. You can see right here I have, 15 cents in my account. And I have used them before. Now, let's see here with this is a little bit different setup. Okay, you come down here. Like I said, I'm not 100% familiar with their platform because I don't like the interface of it. That's kind of what I don't like. Okay. And they charge you. That's the other thing. I don't like the fact that they charge you to give the author specific instructions. I don't think that's right. You know, I don't. You know, everyday template. They limit you on how you can customize or speak to your, you know, author. So I just, you know, keyword check. You check these, you know, I don't know. It's, like I said, it's not me. You know, you can, like I said, 2-star writer, you can get one done for $6.85, 400 to 500 words. Processing time, they do have a slider here. Like I said, they have some really good writers. I'm not dishing Textbroker whatsoever. I'm not bashing them. I just don't like the interface as well as the other two. Their writers are fine. I'm not saying anything negative about it. Well, I am, I guess, with the dashboard. But that is just me, and I'm going to leave it at that. There's nothing wrong with it, so you might like it. Feel free to check it out, okay? Now the next one. I think I've used this once or twice. EpicWriter. A lot of people don't even know about this one. This is very inexpensive as well. I believe they charge $1 per 100 words. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's not too bad, okay? So if you sign in here, let's sign in. Go to the dashboard, which I am at. This one here it takes a little bit to get used to, but it's not all that bad. So you can come over here, I believe, the projects. You can search for a project that you've already done. If you click new project, you would put the name in, the topic, which is, if you have any questions, just hover over this question mark. What's your project about? Give a broad, like mine would be, I would name it anxiety treatment. Usually with this, I would put in the keyword, even though it's going to ask you for the keyword down there. Project details. This is where, be very, very specific. You can read that. This is what I was telling you about, what to put in there. Keyword density. I like how they have this. You can do 1%. That's generally what I do. You can attach a file with other further instructions. Quantity, word count. You can put in exactly what you want. And then you can see their prices right here. And they're very, very inexpensive. Not a big fan of the delivery time. But like I said, it is what it is. So I'm not going to argue with that. Most of these are 5-day delivery. Most of them don't take that long, but you basically pick what you want down here. Professional, dollar, here's the prices right here. $1 per 100 words for basic, dollar, I believe that's $1.20 for premium, and $1.40. Quality, 5-star delivery. You can kind of figure it out, okay? EpicWriter, I do like it. They do have some really good writers on here. Check them out, and you can also get different things done as well. So this is a very good one too to keep in mind, okay? So let's go to the next one. I do use this one. Like I said, as far as Textbroker goes, I like EpicWriter just because of the interface. I like simple things. I like things that are simple. Okay, now this one I haven't used yet. Okay, it's called Godotmedia.com. I know about it. I have it. I just haven't had time to try it. So just kind of keep that in mind. I do plan on trying it. So with that being said, I just haven't had time to do it. The pricing, I have looked at the pricing. Like I said, I'm not nickel and diming these sites at all. It just depends on what you want to spend, what your budget is, and it depends on what quality you want. I mean, sometimes if you're looking for very good quality, you might want to look someplace like Upwork, where you can hire somebody. Now, you're going to pay a lot more money, but it just depends on what you want. You can give detailed instructions. You can get people that are actually in the field that you're looking for. Like if you're in a medical niche and you're doing, like for me, example, if I'm doing anxiety articles or topics or whatever, you can get somebody that actually is a psychotherapist or whatever. A lot of these people, they hustle on the side and they go to sites, freelance sites like Upwork and things, and there's some other sites too, freelancer.com, there's a ton of them out there. But Upwork's probably one of the more popular ones. And they go on there and they do article writing for extra money. And they make pretty good money on those other sites because, like I said, the premium is higher. The article is probably going to be a better quality. You can even have them to where some of them have experience posting them on your site, even finding the images. Like I said, it all depends on what you're after. So just note that and keep that in mind. As we are 40 minutes into this, I knew this was going to be long, and I apologize for that, okay? So anyway, let's get on with this. I just want to look around in here. I do think, they actually give you the prices without even logging in, which a lot of these sites don't do that. Okay, so this site looks a little bit more pricey, but it's not really. I mean, $1.60 per 100 for an article per 100 words is right what the average is. Most of them will charge between $1 and $1. You know, you've seen the other price with like Epic. It started at $1 and then it went to $1.20 and $1.40. It all depends on what you want. It is 100% unique, copyscape checked. Most of them have that. You might want to look at their terms of service and make sure that some of them might say that. But like I said, if you're outsourcing content to any kind of extreme, create yourself a copyscape account. It's super, super inexpensive, and I'm talking about pennies. So you can throw $10 in there, and it goes a very long way. It usually costs about anywhere from 3 to 7 cents to check an article. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's well worth it. Blog $1.60. So let me log in. Like I said, I haven't really. I know I have an account, but I haven't done content type. We're not going to do blogs. We're just going to do articles because I usually format everything myself. Number of content pieces 1. Number of words, let's just do 5. I'm sorry about that, guys. I made a boo-boo here. Okay. I hope I'm recording right now. I think I am. I'm sorry about that, guys. When I went to type in the number here, I made a mistake and I hit 0, and 0 actually, I have it set as a hotkey on my recording software, and it stopped my my recorder. So that's what that little glitch was about. Okay, let me do. Let's just do. We'll do this. We'll do $4.99. Okay, so I hit, like I said, I hit 0. Basic junior writers, like I said, here's the quality of writers. That kind of threw me off. I hope that yeah, that's recording. Standard writers, years of experience, premium, elite, obviously. You know, $9, like I said, basic junior writers for 500 word article. 4 days. I'm sure if you do quick, it's going to go up. Yeah. And like I said, they're a little bit more pricier. I haven't used them yet. I heard good things about them. You can see right here my account. Like I said, check them out if you want. They probably have, you know, better quality. I'm not going to say that because I don't know. I haven't ordered anything from them. But it's a site that I did find. Kind of, like I said, in the same realm. Some of these sites they can be very complicated, okay? So let's just go to the next one. Now, the next one is not what I would call an article site per se. SEO Clerks, okay? SEOclerk.com has been around for a while. This site is kind of like Fiverr, okay? Fiverr.com. Most of you guys know what Fiverr is. I'm going to go through that too as well. Now, I have used this site just to test it to see how well the people are. On this site, I'm going to say a few things. First, it's very inexpensive. But I ordered an article from here, and I'm not going to get into who I ordered it from. And it was, let me sign in here. And it was basically, they just took it. They took it from somewhere on the internet because I checked it with Copyscape. Now, I think the article cost me like $1.20. I did not go back and harass the guy or girl. I can't even remember if it was a female or male or whatever. I chalked it up as a loss. I didn't use the article. I didn't, it's not worth it. With sites like this, I mean, you're going to have to pay more and really look at the person's reviews. Okay, so if I do article, okay, as soon as I create an article, you can see right here, you can see the searches, okay? So let's just do a search with that. I don't know what happened here, okay? Okay, write articles there. So, okay. You can scroll down through here and look at these, all the people that actually write. You can sort them by whatever you want. You can do high to low, low to high, and by default, it's just showing. I like to do what I like to do as far as sorting them. I like to do rating, okay, or you know, or likes, but generally I'll do rating, and I'll sort them like that. And what that does, it just brings the ones that have more ratings to them than the others. You know, like I said, I will write 7 articles, 500 words each, SEO optimized for $5. I'm not saying that these gigs are not decent. I just, you know, let's sort them from high to low, price high to low. The one I tried, wow, some of them are really up there. The one I tried was not even close to what I expected. Like I said, it was actually a copied article, and it didn't cost me a lot, but I didn't, like I said, I just chalked it up as a loss. So I would not, this is it, and they take a long time to do it. You know, I don't, it's not that, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm going to be honest, 100% honest. I've also ordered, I've tried SEO gigs on here too. Very inexpensive, but the quality is a lot lower than, for example, like Fiverr. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at this site. If you order from here, make sure you really look at the bio of the person. And, you know, I would not suggest it, but it is a resource that you can use. Some people, you know, do a lot of arbitrage on this site. They'll have actually, and it's a, you know, I've known it for years, because people that are on Fiverr will sell a gig and they'll actually sell it, and they'll have it completed on SEO Clerks for cheaper, and then they'll deliver it on Fiverr to their customer. There's a lot of people that do that, but like I said, keep that in mind when you're looking at SEO Clerks. I would not suggest it. It's good for some things, but the benefit is it's very inexpensive. So just keep that in mind. So let's go to Fiverr. Everybody kind of knows about Fiverr. I use Fiverr almost daily, and I mainly use it for backlinks, or mainly use it for bookmarks, social bookmarks with videos. Now they have article writing, and you can do a search in here. Same thing, you can search by best-selling. That's how I do all my Fiverr searches. I do it by best-selling. And, you know, basically Fiverr, you're going to get what you pay for, just like SEO Clerks. I don't even know if I've ever ordered. I think I've ordered, I don't think I did. I haven't ordered any articles on here for the simple reason, a 500 word article here for $5, okay? So let's look at that. 3-day delivery, right? 1 revision, 500 words, 1 focus keyword. That's what she's saying. I think this is a she. Yeah, well, Kate Morgan, yeah. And like I said, I'm not calling out anybody. I don't know this person. I'm just looking, okay? But I want to compare a few things to you. Let me go back over to HireWriters. So we're back at HireWriters now. Let's just go through the process here. Okay, so with Fiverr, like I said, I'm not bashing Fiverr. I think Fiverr's great. I use it daily. When it comes to articles, I haven't really used it too much, because I kind of have this basic principle. 500 words, 1 revision, okay, 3 days. Now, it says $5. Now, when you go to checkout with Fiverr, Fiverr adds $2 onto the cost of the $5. So just kind of keep that in mind, okay? And when they do that, you have to understand that, you know, Fiverr is getting a cut, so they're getting $2, and the actual gig provider, I think, is making $5. So a 500-word article is going to cost me $7. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm not cheap by any means, but I like a deal just like anybody else. So if I can come over here to HireWriters and I can get a 500-word article done, for example, 500 to 700 words, and let's just do anxiety and I can type in beginning writer, and we already went through this. I can get one for $4.82. Okay, there's no $2. That's it. What you see, I'm pointing to it with my finger. What you see right here is what you're going to pay for. Okay, I don't know how they give their writers commissions. I don't. That's, you know, I'm a customer, so I just know that it's going to cost me $4.82. Okay, so of course, if I want somebody better, it's going to cost me $6.90. So my personal opinion is, right here you see Copyscape. Okay, it's 100% verified on their site. You don't even need your own Copyscape account. I still, like I said before, like I mentioned, I still do that. I still check it. Okay, so with Fiverr, it's costing me $7. I get 500 words, one focus keyword. Here I can give them, you know, specific instructions, special instructions, whatever. Same thing with iWriter, and I can get the article for actually cheaper. And I'm not going to say it's going to be better than anything on Fiverr. I'm not bashing Fiverr, but you have to kind of weigh the pros and cons here. And once again, it all kind of depends on what your content is for. Keep that in mind, okay? So now we kind of went through all these sites here. Let me grab this link here, and I am actually going to order something live, and we will order this. And let's go to iWriter, because I don't have to add any money. I think I had enough money in the other one, but yeah, let's order. I might change the keywords up on this. Let me just give me a minute here. Let me think here. Let me see something real quick. Natural treatment for anxiety. Okay. Alrighty, so we need to come down here. Let's get our template first thing, and natural treatment for anxiety. NAT or okay. That is the keyword. I believe that my next, no, I'm sorry, it's not. It is right here. Just bear with me. Righty. Okay. So that is the keyword that I want right here. And the reason I'm doing this is because with this content here, I had to order it anyway. And I know this doesn't really matter, but I always take the keywords out. So let's just copy that. Okay. So we have the template right here, ready to go. Come over to iWriter. This is how simple it is. Order content. And I'm going to order this one for my stupid picture or camera image. I'm going to order this. I'm going to order this for my blog. I'm not going to order it for a video. So the next video you see me do, I'm going to actually get the content and post it to my blog. So let's just do, let's put in this keyword, and we're just going to shorten this up and do this. This is kind of what I do when I'm doing this, because I don't want to give them the exact keyword. And as far as the title goes, I got to watch hitting that number key. As far as the title goes, we're going to do article. We're going to do medical. I'm getting close to my hour mark, so I'm going to try to speed this up. English, keyword, bam, add. Okay, one article. We want 1,000 words. Okay, article, that's premium. We can do standard. I can go cheap. I'm going to go premium on this one. Okay, just because if I was doing this and it was for like a PBN site or a Web 2.0 site, I would probably pick standard, but I wouldn't pick 1,000 words. I would drop this down to, like I showed you before, 500 words to 700 words. But I am going to post this article on my anxiety site, my handle anxiety site. So I want at least a premium writer, even though I know that I'm going to get probably an elite, but I'm just going to do premium. Like I said before, what I really don't like about the whole thing is with iWriter, the only thing I don't like about it is there's no place here that I've seen yet that where you can pick out a time frame, unless I'm missing something. And no, I don't think there is. But anyway, let me move this along. So let's grab this template. The keyword's already in the template. I'm just going to keep this simple because I'm going to reformat this, and I'm going to show you how I formatted in my WordPress site. I am basically after just the quality article body and the content. So the main thing I want is the subheadlines, and let me make sure I don't have anything. Use subline at the keyword density around 1%. Okay, so we're good to go. Let's just copy that, and we're going to paste that in here. And you can change anything you want. So like I said, if I go through some of these, new player, there's no company information here. Objective, informal, educate, you can just keep that like that if you want. And if you were doing like something like a review, you would want to motivate, you would have this one ticked, motivate and purchase, because you'd want them to kind of have the tone to buy, after reading the review. Sourcing requirements, I don't use that one. Target audience, I don't use target audience as well. There's no reason. Things to avoid, there's no reason for that. I mean, you can obviously add these. Tone of writing, everyday informal, that's what I like. So I will keep that one ticked. And there's the two that are ticked, informal and educate. Submit a project to a special iWriter. I don't have a favorite project or author on this site. I just haven't really had, oops, my stupid camera, I keep catching myself. I haven't had, I'm not saying I don't, I do save some writers, but I'm not going to get into that right now, okay? So let's, I know what it is, okay. Let me just double check and make sure everything is on par here. Extremely informal, journalism, no, 1150, 1,000 words. I could even go higher than that. 1,500 would be $21, which is not bad. So $11.50 for let's see here. We have a premium writer, which is above the standard. I could drop, like I said, I could simply drop that down to standard. It is entirely up to you. Since I am going to post this on my blog, and I'm going to go through the whole process with you, looking at this article. In the next video, we're going to see exactly what I get back, and we're going to proofread it and kind of read it together. And that way you guys can really see exactly how this is all done. So right here, I think I'm done. I'm just going to place the order. Let me double check. I know I already said I'm double checking. I just want to make sure chronic anxiety disorder, the keyword. Okay. And as far as the article for the title, the title for the article. Sometimes if you get an experienced writer, they'll throw a title in there. I'm going to get into titles on the next one. I know that this keyword is right here, chronic anxiety, and that's what the article is going to be based about. So generally, I come up with my own titles. I have my own spin on that as well. So we will see that, and that is a very important thing. And I will show you some really cool stuff when it comes to titles, okay? So look forward for that in the next video. Okay, so 1150, let's place the order. Order has been placed, chronic anxiety, return to dashboard. That's all there is to it. You can see it deducted it automatically from my balance. Pending approval, that just means the article is not completed, it is sitting here. And when it moves over to here, it'll move over to here just like HireWriter. But like I said, with this site, I like this site, but the only thing I don't care about is it doesn't give you, like I said, unless I'm missing something, it doesn't give you a time frame. Generally, it doesn't take that long. Now, I forgot what it was that I ordered. I ordered something in here a while back, and it sat for like 2 days in this not completed section, and I got kind of irritated, and I wrote a ticket to support, and they wrote back and said it was all their fault. They apologized. You got to keep track of that. If you see something like this and it's not being picked up after a day or two, email their support team and kind of ask them what's going on. Because, like I said, with some of the other sites, they do allow, you to set the time frame. So that's what I really like about HireWriters.com. But, wow, I went over an hour. I'm sorry about that. I know this is extremely long, but I did get it all done. And like I said, there are even more sites out there for content. Don't get hung up on it though, okay? It's a simple thing that you just kind of get you'll find a site that you feel comfortable with, and you can even develop a rapport or relationship with some of the authors. Now, I will say this. Make sure that when you're messaging, because you can message the authors on these sites, do not put in your email or try to contact them off the platform. The platforms have moderators, okay? Because I have done this. If you try to type in a link or something like that, like your email, and have the @ symbol there, it's going to flag the bot, and it won't even let you, in most cases, even put a link in the when you're writing, things to these authors or trying to contact them. If you want to be slick about it, you can actually contact them, message them. If you do put in your email, I would not add anything to it, but I would strongly suggest not to do that, because you can get the person in trouble. It breaks their terms of service, and you do not want to do that. You don't want to get the author in trouble, because this is a lot for most of these people. This is how they make their living. So just keep that in mind, okay? So I'm going to end this right now. And once again, I know I went over an hour, and I apologize for that, but I hope you get a lot out of this video as far as how to outsource your content and what sites that are there and available for you. Like I said, this will be in the Facebook group, and it's also going to be on my my YouTube channel, RJM Strata. So I hope everybody has a great day or night wherever you are in the world. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.